What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff Shansky. I am a personal health coach focusing on not only physical health, but mental aspects as well. And today I'm going to talk through my experience and struggles with thyroid. Now, most people don't know what a thyroid is or does. You may have heard of it. That was me. Back in 2013, I went to an annual checkup. Nothing special, didn't feel bad. Doctor feels my neck and under my armpits and says, there seems to be some nodules, something, lumps. Obviously, you never want to hear that. And sends me to a specialist. I had to get a mammogram for the nodules under my armpits, which fortunately were benign. I went to an ear, nose, and throat specialist for my neck, and you can see here there's a little scar that uh, I'll get to in a minute. So when you go for an exam and there's a nodule in your thyroid, in your neck here, the thyroid's a butterfly-shaped organ in your neck that does a lot of things. Primarily, it controls metabolism, and it also helps your organs function, certain organs. And so the procedure is to get a biopsy. And so there was a nodule in the left side. The doctor ended up taking the biopsy, and it came back inconclusive. And so when that occurs, at least in 2013, the recommendation was a couple of things. We can either continue to take biopsies every 5 or 6 months, and if it is inconclusive or benign, we're okay. If it eventually comes back cancerous, then we were going to have to remove all of your thyroid. Or the second option is to just take half of your thyroid and then do another biopsy, which would be conclusive one way or the other. So at the time, I thought, I don't want to continue to guess, so let's just go through with it and take half my thyroid. And so after the surgery, fortunately, the biopsy came back benign, so not cancerous, but I was immediately put on thyroid medication. And at that point, I had no idea uh, what a thyroid did other than the doctor says I need to be on medication. And in that case, it was levothyroxine, which we can get into it here in a little bit, but there's T4 and T3 that are hormones, and your thyroid helps produce them. So with only half, I would need some assistance with medication that will produce that. So I thought, okay, that's my lot in life. I didn't really look into it as far as would it affect me. Doctor said it shouldn't. I was healthy otherwise. I worked out. I was, still in my 30s at the time, and just thought that was my lot in life. So that's 2013. In 2014, I went through a divorce. Ended up just being stressful, lost about 30 pounds, and didn't lose weight the right way because that was about 2 months. And so when you lose weight fast, you don't lose just fat, you lose muscle, which is not a good thing long term. And so fast forward to 2015, I gained all of my weight back and then some. And so now I'm overweight. I'm still working out. I think I'm eating healthy, but it must be my thyroid, right? Must be. I'm right now at this point, I am 40. So of course everyone thinks, oh, you're 40, things slow down, you're going to gain weight. Again, it's my lot in life, right? And so I went back to the doctor. We started talking about increasing my thyroid medication. I also, my primary doctor sent me to an endocrinologist. And so the endocrinologist that I went to suggested that if I can't lose weight, just focus on eating about 800 calories per day. 800 calories per day. Now, keep in mind, I'm 220 pounds. I lift weights. I could eat 800 calories easy for breakfast, let alone in one day. I just didn't buy it and thought that there's no way I'm going to survive on that. And ultimately I was right. There's no way. Currently, I eat somewhere around 2,500 calories, give or take, just as a reference. And so, I kept blaming my thyroid and looked for medicine that would help me lose weight because nothing was working. I was working out sometimes twice a day, which, looking back now, there's always a minimal effective dose. You can always overdo it. I was overdoing working out. I wasn't eating the right foods, which is a key for thyroid and metabolism health. I went to weight loss clinics. I paid $2,000 to get B vitamin shots that did nothing. They did not work because my problem wasn't lacking B vitamins in that case. It was other things. And so I tried all kinds of supplements, nothing worked. So I started to research myself. What is a thyroid? What does it do? How can you optimize it? And I started to uncover the fact that you're talking about basic nutrition through vitamins and minerals that can actually not only help optimize your thyroid, which will give you more energy and just make you feel less brain fog, will put you in a better mood, because all of that starts to be disrupted if you have issues with your thyroid. And we're not even talking like an autoimmune disease like Hashimoto's. Everyone could be affected by this. So once I started to go through the research and started to understand that there is a nutritional aspect you can take, there are certain supplements that you can take. But one key point is it's okay to take medication when it comes to thyroid performance and optimization. Now, there's certain types of medications that do certain things. And a lot of times doctors defer to a levothyroxine, which is a T4, and sometimes your problem is not T. We can get into more of the details, and I have an ebook that I've taken all of the research and my experiences and pulled that together to hopefully help people take years and years of struggle and figure it out by finding the right foods, understanding when you get blood work what to look for, and the fact is that you shouldn't use this as an excuse. There's no excuse for your thyroid being an issue which would cause weight gain. That is a primary issue. People with thyroid issues might have a slower metabolism, but it's really not going to impact you more than, say, a couple hundred calories a day compared to someone that doesn't have these issues. So, keep that in mind. You have to advocate for yourself, and there's medications out there that you can take, meaning if T4 is your issue, then there's medications that focus on that. If T3 is your issue, there's certain medications that focus on that. So you need to be able to understand that when you speak to your doctor. And so I've really taken everything that I've struggled with and created this information guide that people can use to help advocate for yourself. So getting back to my struggles, I would go years of restriction. I would eat chicken and broccoli, and then on the weekends I would let loose. And so I blamed my thyroid when the reality was the primary issue. It was I was overeating, and I didn't know how to adjust that because that was what I've done for decades, right? The weekend comes, you're going to drink some beers, you're going to eat some pizza. I had younger kids, and so you're busy with them. You're on the road, in this case with soccer. So what are you going to do? You're going to eat out, you're going to eat fast food, and there's other parents You're probably going to indulge. And that was the primary cause of my issues. So after going through different courses, after becoming a nutrition coach, also a personal trainer, understanding the right exercises and how not to overdo it with certain things like overdoing cardio, with lifting with high reps, trying to do 6 or 7 days a week of lifting. It taught me how to help my metabolism as opposed to really restrict it. I learned about different aspects of what helps thyroid. There's different vitamins that help your thyroid and minerals. Things like iodine, things like selenium. Had no idea that selenium actually helps convert T4 to T3. And without getting too scientific, T3 is the active hormone that your body and your organs use. So if you don't convert the T4 to T3, so you need to produce the T4 first, then you need to convert the T4 to T3 to be able to use it. And if you don't do that, then your metabolism is not going to be optimized. You're still going to feel bad. And so that's an example as far as when you get on the wrong medication, what does that mean? It means you're not really helping yourself. Think about having T3. T4 converts to T3. And so if you're filling a bucket up with water and you're taking a T4 medication, but you already have a full bucket, you're just overflowing it. But let's say you use that bucket to water flowers. Well, you need enough water to water the flowers, but if while you're carrying the bucket to the flowers, you spill out half of the bucket, you don't have enough to water the flowers. The flowers are your organs, right? The water is the T3. You have to be able to convert it for your body to use it. And so there's medication that will help you convert that, and there's medication that will help you produce the T4. That's the key. So you can help yourself through nutrition because there's certain vitamins and minerals, like I mentioned, that will help certain aspects, whether that's helping you produce T4 or helping you convert T3. I think there's a combination of factors that you can use to help improve your thyroid health. And if you improve your thyroid health, then you improve your metabolism, and you can do this at any age. And so that's part of what I've learned is that I'm now 50 years old and I don't restrict myself really very much at all. I don't drink alcohol that much, but I still do from time to time. I don't restrict myself with gluten. I eat sourdough bread every day. I don't restrict myself with dairy. I eat cottage cheese, yogurt, a lot of goat cheese every day, and live a balanced life. I exercise, I have energy, my sleep is good for the most part, but I've learned all of this through years, really nearly a decade, that it's taken me to figure out how to optimize this for myself. And that's where this guide can help you really understand what it is that you can do to help yourself. And it takes you through everything from the nutrition and what foods have what vitamins and minerals and what those vitamins and minerals do for your thyroid that will help your metabolism. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to do more of these. We can always dive in to more of the details, whether it's thyroid or metabolism. And I'm going to start a podcast as well that is going to be geared towards Gen X. Again, I'm 50 years old. I'm part of Gen X. I work in corporate America. I have a sedentary job, so I'm not moving around for my job. I have to actually be intentional about exercise and movement and living a healthy lifestyle outside of that. So whether you're busy, you're stressed, you feel that you're old, it couldn't be further from the truth. You're not. There's still a lot of life to live, and I can help you with that. So hopefully this was helpful, and there's more to come. So I appreciate you listening. Thanks for taking the time. If you need to get in touch, you can reach me on Instagram. And on Instagram, I'm Jeff Shansky, Jeffshnsky. Also go by the Gen-xecutive Development Coach. You can reach me at jeff.shansky.wellness@gmail.com. So thanks for listening and watching, and we'll talk soon.